Going for a cruise. I think we could end up getting rained on though, but we'll risk it. I've got a coat and a brolly if it gets too wet. Both very handy. Hey, morning Slopey Dave, how are you? Right, let's say we're going for a cruise. We're currently just around the corner from Weedon Beck by the Narrowboat pub. We're going to go down here, we're heading towards Milton Keynes, but we're not going that far. We're going to go around to the first windy hole, turn around, we're going to head back to towards Whilton Marina. Somebody's bought a boat. It's not me though. I may try and play a bit of music, so I might get strikes for being naughty, but who knows. Right, let's go and cast off, and then we'll have some fun, eh? Rear pin is not coming out. I had to moor on pins and the rear pin's not coming out, so I'm going to have to resort to violence. Thor. gosh, that took some doing. Something just bit my arm. There's no stingers around, but they definitely bit me. So it wasn't a stinger. Bastards. Right, let's give the front a shove because the wind's blowing us in a little bit, so it might be a bit awkward. Actually, I think I'll go out backwards and then drive forwards into it perhaps. How's that sound? And we're moving. How's the angles? Let's try and make it sit a bit straight. How's that? Just for Will, that is. Dirty. It's not dirty. That's for you, Will. The wind's taking over now. Pirouette like a spinning top. Turns on a sixpence. Look at that. Fantastic. And now we're moving, we'll just ease off a little bit. No beer this morning, Dave, only coffee. This cup was given to me by my best friend Keith. Best friend, I've got several best friends. Alright, I lie, I've got no best friends, but it was given to me by my friend Keith. Cruising. It's a bit chilly though. But it's not really cold, it's just the wind. So we've got to go down here a little bit, find a windy hole, or a winding hole, whatever you want to call it. The proper name's a winding hole, isn't it? Find a winding hole and then we'll turn round. Hoping to dodge the rain, but we'll see how we get on because it's forecast, and it's forecast to rain now until I think it was 12:30, 1 o'clock maybe. But I've got my coat and I've got my umbrella, so we should be okay. Right, let's crack a bit of power on. Oh, nice. I love the Lancaster Canal. I've not done it yet, but I'd love to do the Lancaster Canal, Dave. I really would. I think Old Smoky might be a bit too deep for the Millennium Crossing bit for Savick Brook. I think Savick Brook's only a 2'5" max depth, and I think Smoky's not quite 3 foot, I think, somewhere around there. I suppose I could risk it for a biscuit. So Old Smoky's a bit cold this morning, so he's a bit smoky. Hence the name Old Smoky. But as soon as the engine warms up, he's lovely and clear. So that mooring where I was at there, just round the corner from the Narrowboat pub, Stowe Wharf. It's where rugby boat sales are based. I think it's called Stowe Hill Wharf or something like that. We're just round the corner from there. Fantastic mooring, really, really enjoyable. Nice and quiet. Internet's not perfect, but it was good enough to stream television. And I got plenty of TV signal. I had something like 120 channels on the telly, so that wasn't bad. Yeah. Right, I'm going to shut up for a little bit and let you enjoy the views of sounds of lovely old Smoky. Flashing stuff around. There you go. There's something in the water there, look. That's a nice big builder's bag just waiting to get wrapped around somebody's prop shaft. See, you'd never know I wasn't a cameraman, would you? Don't pull a face like that. But you can hear that wind, can't you? Because I'm not using a microphone, I'm just using the mic. I'm using my phone to record, by the way. Come on, I'm only going slow anyway. I'm going to run down and turn the hot water on in a minute. Should have turned it on earlier, but never mind. The old Gardner sounds lovely when it's under a bit of pressure. You make it work for it and it sounds absolutely fantastic. So once we get past bridge 32, there's a winding hole there. We're going to turn around and go back towards Weedon. We were moored, like I said, we were moored by the Narrowboat last night. Well, I've been there for a few nights actually. The Narrowboat pubs are really nice. It does Genesis stout. Now I like Guinness and I like Murphy's as well. Both stouts obviously. But I tell you what, if you ever get the chance to have a Genesis stout and you're a stout fan, it puts Guinness on its arse. It really does. Genesis is the best stout I've ever had. And that's big praise indeed, because it's a beautiful pint. They also do Timothy Taylor's, which isn't a bad pint, but Genesis, oh, the only problem is it was £6 a pint, Yeah, you heard that right, £6 a pint. But it's worth the odd pint now and again to spoil yourself, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to shut up again and carry on cruising so you can enjoy the sounds of lovely old Smoky in the Northamptonshire countryside. Because nobody wants to listen to this old idiot chatting away, do they? Let's face it. This chap here came past me yesterday. So I'm on my old lonesome Todd. Yeah, I think the internet speed. Yeah, I think the internet speed here is not great, so buffeting might be an issue. Let's say Lady PJ, she's back at her house for a couple of days, so I'm on my Todd. So it's nice to do a live when I'm on my own, because it feels like I've got someone to talk to, and not just being a lonely Norman. Lovely houses here on the left hand side. Got their own private moorings there as well. That would be lovely. I've got to say, since having the roof, since I painted the roof red, I'm much preferring the roof of the boat in red than it was in grey. Grey was nice and very light, and it reflected the sun, and it didn't get very hot. Well, it did get hot, but not as hot as it would if it was painted a darker colour. But I much prefer the dark. I prefer the red. Yeah, it's much better. And this paint, I use Epiphanes. I can't remember what it it's called, but it's Epiphane's roof paint, whatever it was. It's a fantastic product. It scratches, but it's very hard to scratch through the paint, if that makes sense. You can scratch the surface and you can mark it, you know, like when you rub things across the top. But you used to scratch through the paint to bare metal, ever so easy, no problem at all. You could do it by just putting a chair on the roof. But this Epiphane's, it seems to be as tough as old boots. Like I said, you can mark the surface, but it don't go through the paint. You don't scratch through the paint. It seems to be really good. So I think maybe next spring I might give it another couple of coats, just to give it a more protection, a bit of a thicker coat, if that makes sense. So we'll see. See, I'm wondering now whether I could turn here in this wide bit of the canal, because I'm only 50 foot. No, I don't think I can. I have done that though. Go down the canal and you see a wide bit, and because I'm only 50 foot long, there's quite a few places down here where I can spin round. I've done it a few times in the last couple of weeks. Because I'm stuck on the same section, I've just been going back and forward. But yeah, I think that's a little bit too narrow to wind there. It's quite nice cruising anyway. It's a bit windy, but it's quite nice. I'm only in my jumper, I've only got my jumper on, and I've got my sleeves pulled up, so it's not that cold. But it is a bit breezy, but apart from that, it's all right. I'd say you can probably tell it's breezy anyway, because like I said a minute ago, I'm only using the phone microphone, so it's probably noisy as hell for you guys. And if it is, I do apologise, because I'm a tight-fisted old bald man. I did buy some microphones to plug into my phone that clip on your lapel, and they were like 35 quid, 40 quid, something like that. One of these, I don't know, eBay special or whatever you call it, cheapo, Chinese, rubbish, whatever it is. I thought that'd be fantastic. Didn't even get them to work once. Not even once. And you plug it into the bottom of your phone and it kind of connects to the microphone on your lapel, but never worked. Never got any sound out of them, so they went in the bin. Do like the sound of Old Smoky. Can you guys hear the boat engine all right from where you are? I assume you can. I can hear it, and the camera's just in front of my face and I can hear it, so I'm assuming you can hear it as well. Whether you can hear it above the wind noise, that's a different matter, you know. Lovely, that's good then. At least you can hear it. So I think on the 26th of September, the CRT are going to re-evaluate the water levels in the canals. Between them locking the canal down and now, we have had a bit of rain. Talking of rain, it's just started raining. It is definitely raining now. So on the 26th they're going to re-evaluate the water levels and see whether they're going to still keep the canals closed, but I can't see an opening them just yet. We haven't had that much rain, have we, really? We've had a bit, but not much. Oh, it'd be nice if they do open them. It means we can get back home. I mean, I've paid for my home moorings. It'd be nice if I could use them. So, yeah, nice if I can use the home moorings, but we'll see. If we don't get home, we don't get home. But I really can't see them doing anything serious until this side of Christmas. But no, we might be surprised. that month or so of having no boat movement might be just enough to get us through until winter, and then once winter's here you get a lot of rain in winter, don't you? And I assume the levels will fill up again, you know, but we shall see. I do have the motorbike on the front of the boat. If you look just about there, you can just see the handlebar and the mirror sticking up, and that's the bike on the front. I think we should be coming up to our winding hole soon. It's just past. I had a look before we left and it was just past bridge 32. It's still raining a little bit. It's not too bad, but it's definitely spitting. I suppose I could put my hat on, couldn't I? I mean, why I want to put a hat on, because it'll only keep my bald head dry, and it's not like a bald head takes much to dry anyway, you know what I mean? However, the rim of the hat would keep the rain off my glasses, it would be beneficial. Sorry, just needed to check where the windy hole was. It's here somewhere. See, I think this is the winding hole here. I think it's right here now. I think this is it. It's wide enough. Yeah, I think this is where I'm going to turn around, right here. Just had it in reverse for a second then, so I'm going to put it back in the forwards again now. Try and spin the front a bit more. Back into reverse. A bit of reverse, just to slow the boat down so we don't bump too hard. There you are, just touch now, so straight into forwards. And we're going to power round now. Leave the front of the boat against the bank and then just use the rear end and push round. Just turning slowly, that's all you need, just a nice gentle turn. You don't need to go around fast, but it is going slowly. Once we get a fair way round, we'll drop into reverse, pull back and then just drive forward, and that'll do it. going. No need to rush. No need to throat the crap out the engine. Just a nice gentle turn. Still turning. Still going. Still turning. Right, we'll drop into reverse now and start going back. I know you don't get much steering in reverse, but I've crossed the rudder over the opposite direction. It might give me a little bit, but it won't give me much. What we'll do now is we'll go back as far as we can. Might give it another push forward and around, push it around a bit more, and then go back again. But we'll go back as far as we can now. We might be able to drive out, but I think it will take 2 reverse shunts to sort this out. Okay, into neutral. Now into forward, bit of revs. Boat spinning around nicely. Okay, into neutral. Stick it in reverse again while it's still turning, because it will go backwards while it turns. A little bit of rev, just get it going. And the front of the boat still slowly spinning around, momentum still taking it around slightly. Keep going back for a second. Okay, into neutral. Now back into forward, and that should be enough then. Bit of power. Give it a bit of power, because the more water you have crossing over your rudder, the faster the boat turns. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if we put more water on, put more power on, and pass more water over the rudder, the boat will turn quicker. And there you go, look, round. Perfect. Nice little wind in that was, perfect. And now we're heading back towards Weedon Beck. There's no need to rush. If it's nice and calm like it is at the moment, there's no wind here, it's nicely sheltered. If you've got the wind blowing, it makes life a lot harder. But if there's no wind, you can just cruise in, turn around, reverse out and go. And there's no need to massively rev the crap out your engine. You know, you don't need it. Just do everything nice and gentle. Take your time. I think what we'll do is, if we can, if my battery will allow it on my phone, we'll go to an hour, and then at an hour I'll turn the phone off and I'll close the live stream off, I think, because my phone's going flat and my cable from my charging point at the back of the boat won't reach my phone when it's on the tripod. So we'll try and make it to an hour and then we'll finish the live feed. Right then, my lovely people, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed this live feed. It's been a while since I've been on last, hasn't it? So that's my phone down to 10% again now. Right, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and love yourself before you love other people. All right, take care.